Gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I'm not going to be about the bush today. This is a book review, and I really want everybody to have a look and read this book. It's one of the most, I think, for my age group, 40 and above, anybody 40 or above should read this book. Really should. It's about health. And I think a lot of people, once they get into their 50s and 60s, realise that they haven't looked after themselves and their bodies are starting to degrade, their minds are starting to degrade. And with that comes a whole range of other issues, such as how do you keep your job if you're not healthy enough? A healthy state of mind if you're not healthy enough. So I'm really keen on keeping my body as healthy as possible through diet and exercise and whatever else, and the odd glass of wine, obviously, because we all have our little weaknesses. But this book delves into the way that everybody should look at their health. And the guy is called Dr. Peter Attia, and I think he was Canadian, and he was an oncologist, so he worked with cancer patients. And he realised that all these cancer patients were coming in, and he was really trying to help them. And it was like, there's not really much I can do at this point. It's all you're trying to do is just keep them alive, basically. And what he calls, I think, phase 3 of medicine or something like that, where he wants to get to the bottom and actually get to the bottom of the cause of these diseases, cancer, heart disease, type 2 diabetes and dementia. Why are we getting these diseases? And why do some people live to be 100 and not have anything? And basically they die just because they become frail and then their heart gives up naturally. So this book delves into each one of those illnesses in turn, goes through the biological, the scientific, really deep dive into all these diseases and how to avoid getting them. For me, it's also a bit personal because I wish I'd read this book about 7 or 8 years ago, because my mum was quite ill with heart disease and osteoporosis and whatever else. So if I'd read this book, I might have been able to guide her. I don't know, memento mori, we're all going to die, aren't we, at some point? But it just one of those things I look back on, and if I'd had that knowledge back then, maybe. But now I have that knowledge, I'm passing it on to you. And you've got to read this book, guys. I do audiobooks while I'm painting and decorating, so I'm killing two birds with one stone. At the same, I'm working and I'm learning at the same time. So that's it. It's Outlive, the Science and Art of Longevity. I'm not saying I want to live to 100. I don't know how I'm going to fund it, to be honest. But at the same time, if I was to get run over by a bus tomorrow, so be it. But either way, I want to be as healthy as possible and live the best life. So that's what it's all about, living your best life. And to live your best life, you have to be as healthy as possible. So quite a short one, to be fair, but a very powerful book. I'll catch you on the next video.